feel like there's going to be a lot of goals in this game. Selfishly, I hope there is. But again, these players are just delighted to be in such a stadium, you know, doing this in front of friends and families and supporters that can come here and really give it their all.
Cap with you this evening from Drive Pink Stadium. Beautiful weekend this being set up. Football is Freedom, the festival taking on before here just out the side of the stadium with a bunch of food trucks as well as bands. That one put on by Sedalia Marley as we get set here to get things going on this opening kick as it's played back to Benavides, and she'll relay it back to Solar, and Solar will barely play it away as putting on the pressure there was Shaw from Manchester City, now representing her homeland.
And you can see already just defensive mid-back to make a back three, push the fullbacks hide and wide, and then you can see 4 players in this front line. First thought, play forward, win that first and second phase, and really catch this Jamaican side out.
Here's an opportunity on a throw for Lixie Rodriguez, plays professionally in Spain. Giselle knocked off the ball, and we'll have our first foul, and this will go again. Vegas with a goal, Lixie Rodriguez and Rocky Rodriguez all with a goal for Costa Rica. So trying to build on that momentum here against this Jamaican side. Of course, the World Cup qualifiers were supposed to begin in November, so you were looking at originally next month we were going to see games, but that's now been pushed back to February. Murray. This one headed away and chested down. Brought to the feet of Chinchilla.
Look at the patience of Costa Rica at the moment, just sitting in those 2 banks of 4 because they know the attacking threats of Jamaica. They are so good with the ball at their feet, but then their vision and awareness off the ball, the ability to get behind this back line. I mean, you touched on it with Bunny Shaw, fantastic player, but it's her soccer IQ that sets her apart, getting in behind back lines, manipulating defenders, so definitely a player to watch forward in this match.
This one just too far for Rocky Rodriguez. Of course, Rocky Rodriguez plays her professional football with the Portland Thorns.
And one of my favorite players. Secretly, I know you're not supposed to pick your favorite player in the NWSL when you're on the call for matches, but she's just such a fun player to watch with the ball at her feet.
The great thing about Rocky Rodriguez, who won the highest international player ever drafted in NWSL, but maybe even a better stat, and I think it is, first player for Costa Rica to ever score in the World Cup.
And I think you look at exactly what she's done in Portland. I mean, the ability to get into that starting 11. She's actually dropped someone like a Crystal Dunn to the bench because she's been playing so good that they can't take her off the pitch.
Cruz will go over the top looking for Shirley Cruz. Shirley Cruz, another one of those NWSL players with OL Reign, but plenty of professional experience, has played with Lyon as well as Paris Saint-Germain before coming stateside. Beautiful ball over the top, and now here a chance for Shaw. She's got a little space to work with. Attacking the area. Shaw cuts it back, and too far behind. Primus, Shayna Matthews, was also in the area there for Shaw.
Oh, and these are one of those moments that you would love to have seen Shaw just take this herself. It's her bread and butter in and around that 18-yard box. She's got the quality, she's got the clinical enough to put this ball past the goalkeeper, but I do love the unselfishness. She has 2 runners late inside that 18-yard box, just mishit. They overrun this one, but again, Shaw's gonna think next time, do I pass or do I take this myself? And I'm gonna go take this myself the next time she's on the ball.
Blanco, now the near side, and Benavides. Benavides will bring it to Lexi Rodriguez. And right now, Costa Rica just working with patience. Go back 7 years ago, Costa Rica qualifying for their first ever World Cup. You look at how they did it. They did it in a PK shootout versus Trinidad and Tobago. It was 1-1 at the end of regulation. Dina Diaz was the keeper. She made 3 PK saves. Meanwhile, Costa Rica converting their 3 PK shots.
Then on the opposite end, you look at Jamaica, obviously qualifying for their first World Cup in 2019, and they were fabulous, and they were the sweethearts of that tournament. They showed up every single match. They had some phenomenal performances. Shaw was incredible in that tournament. That's only building momentum, so I love that Sedalia Marley is putting on this little tour for them because they need these games. I was speaking to her before the pre-match, just what the future looks like. They want to hold basically residence for these players in November so they can get games, they can get minutes, so they can start playing as a team. Because like you just alluded to as well early on, that the World Cup qualifiers were originally supposed to be in November and now pushed on to February. So it gives them that little bit of time, but they need to be together. They have some great quality players within the team, but the more time you're on the pitch together, just the better and seamless it is.
Look at this Costa Rican side, coached by Amelia Valverde. And when we talked with Amelia Valverde, she talked about how this isn't an easy rivalry. And here, a giveaway, and then a tug of the jersey. And there is going to be the first card.
It's got to be a red.
And if it is a red, this is going to put Costa Rica down 1 for the remainder of this game. You're talking about 86 more minutes. They will be playing with 10 players, so a crucial foul right there.
It is, and it's 100% the right call from the referee here. Last man back prevents a goal score, a clear and obvious goal-scoring opportunity. You can see just getting in behind here, and it's a fabulous run, continuing to put this pressure on by Primus, but just sloppy defending. And I know you're the last defender back, but just allow it. Even if you go down 1-0, you look at how early this game is. It's 6 minutes into this match. There's no reason to pick up a red card when you're going against the Jamaica side that they're going to get in behind. This is going to feel like this in a game. It's a sloppy giveaway here, and I talked about that midfield dropping through to great 3 at the back, and it's a missed time pass. But again, no need to foul here. Maybe she misses the breakaway. Maybe it takes a bobble. Maybe your goalkeeper comes out with a world-class save, but to go down to only 10 men with 6 minutes in. It's just a sloppy, bad foul from Costa Rica early on.
Catherine Alvarado, the player, handed that red card, and now Shaw will step up about 20 yards out here. Definitely a spot that she can strike and possibly give Jamaica an early lead here in the 7th minute. With over 40 goals for Jamaica. Looking to add to that total here on this attempt. The captain. Shaw. Oh, and that one just goes off the foot of Shirley Cruz and up into the stands. Good job there by Cruz.
And it's a great shot by Shaw and a fantastic block by Shirley Cruz here, because this one is on target. Now, so important, the next 10-15 minutes for Costa Rica, weather the storm. Don't do anything silly around your 18-yard box. Try to possess the ball, because if you go into that defensive mindset and start playing too much Route 1 football, you're going to start to fatigue because you're a man down early on in this match.
Bailey Gale now with the corner. Plays it in towards the spot. Headed. Cleared away by Costa Rica, and now they'll look to run the other direction. Right now, a chance 1v1. Keeper also back for Jamaica. Jill will just play it back now, and they will reset. We do have a player down back for Costa Rica. And it looks like Villalobos is the player down. She was subbed on that friendly during that victory against Panama. So you already have one player out, and Alvarado with the red card, and now you have one of your attackers down on the ground in Villalobos.
And you look at this, obviously, this is a great call again from the referee to allow play on. It was a foul from the Jamaican player. I'm not exactly sure who it was. If we can get a look at the replay, if not a problem. But so far, I mean, we're only 9 minutes into this match, and the ref has got it spot on, allowing this, obviously, because there was a chance at the opposite end for Costa Rica. Hopefully this is nothing serious, because you're already down a man, and if you're down one of your starters due to injury, this is something that Costa Rica, it's going to hurt them. So hopefully that there's nothing too serious here. And then for Jamaica, it's that transitional aspect of it. You're up a player, they need to start to dictate the tempo. They need to get on the ball. They need to start moving it. They need to fatigue this Costa Rican side and really just stay on the ball. 1-2 touch football, don't get stuck. And I know I just said it for Costa Rica, but no sloppy fouls in and around the 18-yard box or a penalty that could maybe match this game up.
Villalobos, the player down for Costa Rica, made her national debut in 2018, subbed on in 2 matches in the 2018 CONCACAF, and then, like we mentioned just a moment ago, also subbed on in that friendly against Panama. She's been able to get up now and walk off under her own power, so always a great thing to see right there as she'll head off past that inline and have the trainers take a little bit more of a look at her as she holds her side. was actually running on that inline, so great to see, even though it's off camera, but it looks like she should be ready, hopefully, to come back in for Costa Rica. We'll have the drop ball to start. Underway here at Dry Pink Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Cruz will relay it back to the keeper. Soler will play it near side, and Benavides. Another foul here, and this is going to go against Jamaica. We've already had a red card, and now Shaw with a yellow card.
And for Jamaica, I mean, like you just saw, obviously the referee setting the tempo here early, not allowing any of this or players to get carried away with big unnecessary tackles. It's going to be so important, Jamaica. Don't go into any of these tackles. There's no need to. Just keep your feet, keep your balance, get players in behind you that cover and the support, the balance within the team. Don't allow, again, Costa Rica to play out of tight spaces. And if they do, just reset. There's just no need. Again, you're up a man, you're up a goal, or sorry, excuse me, you're up a man, and you've really been in the opposition's half so far.
Look at this Costa Rican group. When talking with Emilia Valverde about it, talked about how this is a mature group and happy with the group to compete and how they've been competing, really looking to give continuity to the players and an opportunity to do things well. And they've been doing things well here at the moment. They'll look to continue to build off this. About to resume play here. It's been a little bit chippy here in this opening 12 minutes. We do have the one red card handed out to Catherine Alvarado of Costa Rica. And then a yellow card here that was given out just a moment ago to the captain, Khadijah Shaw. So Penny Shaw with a yellow as well. There's Benavides up and running. Rodriguez. This one played away. That one going off of Sampson.
And one thing that's actually really impressed me already in this match is just Jamaica. I mean, obviously, new manager with Hubert Busby Jr. that is now the manager here, and I've been lucky enough to play underneath him with the Vancouver Whitecaps for many years. He was one of those coaches that doesn't get enough credit that he deserves. He not only expects the best out of players on the pitch, but he really sets you up for the future. And I've stayed in contact with him, so I was delighted when I heard that he was taking over the Jamaican women's national team, because you're already seeing what I saw early on, the structure within the side. We know Jamaica has individual brilliance within this team, but the structure was never there. It was very sporadic defending, no really shape, so it was very difficult to play against a team like that, but it was also very easy to break down a team like that because it's just move the ball quicker than them, get numbers in behind, create overloads. But now you can see defensively, they're just sitting in that 4-2-3-1 defensively, holding their shape very well, and it comes down to a good manager touchline.
Swabi on the inside. Now switching it into the near side, and Jade Bailey. Bailey will bring it to Satara Murray. Back to Bailey, who plays it to Sampson, the center back. Patience here by the Reggae girls. Bailey, near side, Satara Murray. This is the last touch by Costa Rica. Murray, currently with Bristol City. She's had experience in the NWSL professionally as well. A handful of these players in the Women's Super League over in England. And here's Shayna Matthews. Matthews will play it out wide. Swabi. Swabi and her sister, Allison, on this team for Jamaica. This one punched away, and now Shirley Cruz with it. That looked like one that the keeper could have grabbed. Now here a chance for Jamaica, the shot, and that one just wide of that near post. Might have hit off Costa Rica. We might have had a save there by Soler.
And that it's a fabulous save from Soler, but another sloppy giveaway from Costa Rica. They're trying to play out of the back, but you can see Jamaica just setting traps, trying to high press, and again, just on top of that 18-yard box, another really sloppy giveaway, and from a player that plays at a high level in the NWSL with OL Reign. So can Costa Rica clean that up moving forward?
Chance here on another corner. Driven in near post, headed down and away. Good job there by Daniela Cruz, clearing out danger for the moment, sent right back into the mixer. Good battle there between Murray and Villalobos. Murray wins the ball back for Jamaica. Ooh, hard challenge. Blanco with a hard challenge, arguing her case. No yellow card handed out as of yet.
To be fair, it's a clean challenge for me. I originally, when I went, ooh, I gasped because I thought she went in cleats up. This is a fair challenge. I don't think there should even be a call on this. Yes, she comes in hard, and unfortunately, the Jamaican player gets the brunt end of the stick. But it's a fabulous timed tackle from Blanco, you know, going to ground, timing it perfectly, winning ball first, and then, man, for me, this isn't even a call. Sitara Murray, the player down for Jamaica. You look at how she began her professional career with Liverpool, where she was with that side for 5 years, has also played with Norway, Houston Dash of the NWSL. You go back to when she was in college for North Carolina. She scored in a championship game to give North Carolina a championship, their last championship under Anson Dorrance. Meanwhile, the player committing that foul was Stephanie Blanco for Costa Rica. The 20-year-old, she's played professionally in Spain as well as Costa Rica. You look at this rivalry between these two countries. It might heat up even more here if we continue to see the physicality that we've seen so far in this opening 17 minutes of play. Well, one thing with CONCACAF that I can attest to is it is a very physical division. I mean, you look at the World Cup qualifying, yes, usually it's Canada and the U.S. that qualify for most things, but that third, fourth, and fifth place, and it's not an easy qualification because you get tackles like this. You get players that have that never die mentality, so it's frustrating it frustrates other teams. So we're going to see this throughout the entire match, even though we already saw a red card early on in the 6-minute mark. And I love it.
Now a free kick here just outside the area coming for Jamaica. Drew Spence will set up. Shirley Cruz standing in front of her. Coming in with Shayna Matthews, just flew right by that ball. Now a chance here for Costa Rica to counter. Now weaving back on the play for Costa Rica is Lixie Rodriguez. That's the thing, Costa Rica's, they've had a couple of breaks here. Maybe an opportunity now for Costa Rica. Venegas will pass it over, a chance here, a shot, and what a goal coming for Costa Rica here in the 18th minute. Oh no, offside flag was up.
This is close. I have to see a replay of this because this is very, very close. It's good initial defending from Suave to get back and deny, but then Costa Rica not taking their foot off the gas pedal. We'll see the replay here. That first ball over the top. So it's not offside here. And is it this? It's this pass. So it's the second pass here. If she could have just held that run a little bit, because it's a fabulous ball splitting that center back channel. If she could have just held up that run a little bit, she would have still been able to get in on target and probably put the shot away. But this is a confidence booster. This is a momentum shifter that this Costa Rican side needed after going down early with a red card in the 6th minute. To get a goal that is disallowed, it still adds momentum to your side, and you're already starting to see it here, trying to press high up the pitch.
Priscilla Chinchilla, the player that was offside for Costa Rica on what could have been a goal with just 10 players on the field, with the one red card already handed out in this game. Bailey.
What a turn of events that would have been. But it's also a wake-up call for Jamaica. You're up a player, and yes, it was offside, but you're a 3v2 at the back. You can't allow Costa Rica to have those late midfield runs and not be picked up.
And then you give the ball away right at midfield. Now Costa Rica will look to try to capitalize on this.
Jay, get too high. You got to drop the line here now. We're even now, yeah? Come on.
Look at both teams with chances here so far this evening. Scoreless as we are in the 20th minute. played back to Jade Bailey. Bailey will come to the near side. Nice diagonal ball here, but headed away by Costa Rica. Daniela Cruz sending that back.
I love the work rate of Costa Rica at the moment. They're not playing as if they're a man down. They're filling the most dangerous pockets of space, just leaving that lone front runner up top with Venegas, just trying to catch them out. And she's doing a lot of work. She's covering a lot of ground. But for Jamaica, this is where they need to get in. They need to have that double counter movement, one popping off the front, one breaking in behind, and then using that flank play. You look at the... I know height difference is not the correct term, but you look at Jamaica in that aerial battle. They dominate against this Costa Rican side. So can they get the ball out wide, whip balls into the box, and use that aerial advantage?
Got a player inside like Shaw as well as Shayna Matthews who will push up for Jamaica. This is played out wide to Benavidez. Benavidez going over the top. They're going to go direct. And Vian Sampson right there as well as Murray for Jamaica. Swaby, who currently plays with Roma, will keep it in the circle. Bailey. Sampson will come near side, and Murray. The combination play here by Jamaica. Matthews in the channel. Cuts to her left foot. Bailey. Shaw on the edge. Now Murray out wide to Shayna Matthews once again. Looking to play it into the spot. Headed away by Costa Rica. Swaby going right at Cruz, but Cruz winning the ball back for Costa Rica. Good battle on that far side. Unable to clear by Jamaica, though. An opportunity here for the Reggae girls. This shot, and stopping it initially and then covering up is Solar. Looking at pounce on that was Jamaica. Solar wasn't able to grab that ball on the surface.
And this is so much better from the Reggae girls. You can see down this right-hand side, the build-up started there. They were patient, good service in the box. Then they won that second, third phase and just had the confidence to take that shot outside the 18-yard box. This is that momentum that Jamaica needs, just to be a little bit more calm on the ball, have that movement, and like I alluded to, getting the balls whipped out wide to then service inside the 18.
We do have a player down for Costa Rica. Looks to be at the moment Chinchilla, who had that great opportunity on the other end for Costa Rica, but was offside. Kaylin, you look at this game for Costa Rica playing down 10. How difficult is that to cover in your own defensive third?
It's extremely difficult because every single player can't put a foot wrong. There's no margin for error because, again, you're already down a player where that's obviously opens up a pocket of space for Jamaica to utilize. Now, what Jamaica hasn't done great so far is utilizing that space that Costa Rica is giving away. But Costa Rica is doing a very good job defensively just to sit in two banks of four, having that lone runner up top, unfortunately down right now, so hopefully nothing too serious. But you look at this side, fullback, just the two front runners up top. But you look at this Costa Rica side. How long can they do this? How much can they continue to sit back and defend? Because you look at this Jamaican side, they are so dangerous up top. You look at Shaw, you look at Williams, and then just the late midfield runs coming from Jamaica. You also look at our fans. Look at our fans in the stands. I mean, this is such a great sight. Usually we see pink and white here. Now we're seeing, red, we're seeing yellow, we're seeing green. It's such an incredible moment for these players.
Got a lot of mixtures of both fans here. Like you said, the yellow and the green, the red and blue for Costa Rica. Las Ticas in the house, as well as the Reggae Girls supporters. And then, of course, before the game, well, still going on, really, the Football is Freedom Festival just out past the south ends here at Drive Pink Stadium as being helped off here. You never want to see it like this.
This is a terrible injury for Costa Rica to have because she's been brilliant and she's been really being able to keep Shaw at distant. You can see a lot of the attack for Jamaica is down this right-hand side. The last 5 minutes, the service has been coming from here. So going to be a huge shift for Costa Rica. Obviously, red card, then one of your better defenders, especially dealing with the front runners of Jamaica.
And now Gabriela Guillen will come in for Costa Rica. Guillen last played professionally in Iceland, but has been a main fixture with this Costa Rican side since 2012. Costa Rica, the first Central American nation to ever qualify for the Women's World Cup. Here, played out wide, a chance for Jamaica once again, and that one easily scooped up by Solar. Bailey Gale with a great look, but unable to get anything by the keeper.
This is amazing. This is perfect one-touch, intricate football play-in to then set out, to then play back, and late runners. Really thought that she might have whipped this one across with those runners in the box. There was one on the back post, one hitting that 6-yard box. But I love that she had the confidence to take that shot. Just needs to get a little bit more power behind it.
No surprise here, Jamaica controlling the possession with Costa Rica player down, but Costa Rica has shown signs here early in this game that they've been able to take advantage of that back line of Jamaica.
People still rolling into the stadium. You love to see this. I mean, really starting to fill out over here just behind the monitor, and then straight across from our eyesight, and then just below us. You can hear the cheering, the chanting, a lot of kids with signs in their hands. So really cool to see. As a former player, I wish we had this. I wish we had these opportunities to play in North America more often than not. Now you're starting to see it a lot more. Obviously, the facilities are here, which is fantastic, but
Matthews into the area to that right foot. Matthews will play it up top. Chance here for Spence. Spence will turn away. Sampson. This one played out wide, and Murray in the channel. Offside flag is up. I look at both these two teams here. They've also been here for about a week training with one another here at this facility at Dry Pink Stadium. So that's one of the other things that they've been able to take advantage here during this international break, is building on that continuity, building on that chemistry.
And it's so important. I mean, it's extremely difficult to just show up and play games. Yes, all these players play on great teams and they play with, fabulous clubs, but it takes time to build partnerships, and that comes from training sessions. It comes from playing international games, because again, you can train for 2 weeks, but until you get that 90-minute performance with your teammates to really understand the different pitchers that you see on the pitch, the type of movement that they tend to make, it comes down to games like this and opportunities like this.
You talk about building that chemistry on the field, but also how important is it to build it off the field, whether it be staying with one another in the hotels. Here as Matthews has a chance, crossing, flicked back by Shaw. And now cleared away by Costa Rica, but that should come back as it did hit our referee.
It's huge. I think that is the one part that I do miss since retiring, is just the camaraderie with your teammates off the pitch. And I think that builds that camaraderie on the pitch, because if you don't have it off the pitch, if you don't like one another, it's never going to work on the field. And that's one thing I will say about Busby, is he does an incredible job building that chemistry with players, bringing everyone together, and then putting out a really good pictures in training sessions where, your style of play, putting players in the right positions as well.
Villalobos will play it out on the wing. And another foul here by Jamaica and Swaby. Foul being called against Chantel Swaby, her sister Allison also on the team. Always great when you're able to play with a sibling. You were able to do that, play with your sister as well back in the day.
Yeah, but it wasn't like all hunky-dory, because me and her were too competitive. So if it was a missed pass or she didn't give me the kind of pass I want, I would lose my head at her. We're friends now, but I will not say that we were growing up. So it was almost a recipe for disaster. I did decide to stay in Canada because of her. I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing. She probably hated it.
Now Cruz to play it in for Costa Rica. Scoreless here in the 30th minute between Costa Rica and Jamaica. Josh Toll and Caitlin Kyle with you this evening from Drive Pink Stadium. Costa Rica, when Jamaica pushes forward, they have numbers getting back quickly to get on that ball as fast as possible. Shaw will play it back. Venegas plays it out wide. Now here an opportunity for Villalobos. Villalobos to that left foot. Tripped up. And this is going to be called against Jade Bailey.
And this is where this Costa Rican side will come alive. I mean, you can see obviously some Jamaican players are saying a dive. It's not a dive. I mean, it's a clear and obvious foul, but these Costa Rican players are so good manipulating. She sells it, for sure. She sells it. But you can see that last little look over her shoulder just cutting across the defender, which then ultimately brings her to the ground. But this is where Jamaica need to really keep their feet. We touched on it on the opposite end with the red card, but even in and around the box, because this is where these Costa Rican players, the individual skill that they have on the ball, I mean, they can take on 1, 2, 3 players. They're just so fabulous and in and around this 18-yard box. And then they got the skill sets as well to hit crackers like this from set pieces.
Here's where you have Shirley Cruz, Rocky Rodriguez right there, as well as Stephanie Blanco, all world-class players. See who will step up for this one. Costa Rica looking for that first goal of the game, playing with 10 players after the red card was handed out to Catherine Alvarado. Cruz will take this just over and out of play.
Cruz just hitting this one again outside the 18, just hits it over the bar. And you know, with Cruz and NWSL, that's her bread and butter. So when Costa Rica do get another opportunity like this, hopefully they can clean it up, because they're going to be few and far between for opportunities in this match.
Cruz does have 2 goals in the NWSL season, as this is almost threaded through, but cutting out the angle was Bailey. Murray back to Bailey. Swaby looking for Shaw. Shaw trying to get by that back line. Benavidez doing a good job of holding Shaw off. Now Matthews in possession for Jamaica at the end line. This one played out by Costa Rica, but played out across the end line, and now a corner here for Jamaica in the 33rd minute. Bailey Gill will now come over to the near corner for Jamaica. The Reggae girls looking for the first goal of the game. Let's go past everyone. Now coming up is Primus. She'll play it back to the circle, and Chantel Swaby. Swaby will bring it to the near side, and Bailey Gale. Bailey Gale weaving through the traffic. This one played back. We have the one sub, Gabrielle Guillen, in for the injured Chinchilla, as Solar will play this out wide. Nelson Swaby now into the circle. Bailey. Sampson will play back to Swaby. The giveaway there by the Reggae girls, but they win it right back. Let's see the lines here for Costa Rica. 4 back, 4 in the midfield, and the 1 up front with the player down as Murray will play it in.
It's been extremely disciplined. The only thing that wasn't disciplined was the red card, but you just look at the team parts, they're perfectly spaced in between. You can see how close that back line is to the midfield. When someone pops off the front, the center back goes because she knows she has that cover and support.
Well, here may be a chance for Costa Rica to make a run forward. Diagonal ball. Again, in the vicinity for Costa Rica as it finds Rocky Rodriguez, and now Jamaica in control once again. Spence. Looking to thread this through to Shaw. Now the near side. An opportunity once again for the Reggae girls. Bailey Gale on the inline, crossing square ball. Solar right there into 6 to prevent anything from happening as Shayna Matthews was making that run.
And the discipline of Costa Rica has been so impressive in this first 35 minutes of this match, playing a player down. But this is better from Jamaica. Played inside to then pop this outside. It's a good ball across, but it's fabulous goalkeeping just coming off that front post, head first, being big and brave in a match like this where they need the goalkeeper to come up big, and she's already made 3 crucial saves.
Swaby retreats, and this will find its way to Rebecca Spencer. Spencer currently in the WSL with the Tottenham Hotspurs. Spencer, a quiet night so far. We'll see if that remains to be the case. Swaby on the wing. Going right at Cruz, gets Spire. Bailey. Murray on the near side. Bailey Gale looking for Shayna Matthews. Flag is down, a chance here, square ball, and that one blocked away. And another terrific save coming from Costa Rica. I don't know if that was Solar, if that was Blanco, that save. That doesn't matter. Scoreless still here between Jamaica and Costa Rica.
It was Solar. Ooh.
Matthews is going to try one hop. Solar knocks away and dives on top.
I mean, I'm starting to run out of hands how many fantastic saves Solar's made here already. This is fantastic from Jamaica, though. I love this vision and awareness, cutting this one back, because the last 2 opportunities down the right-hand side, it was just a droven-in ball here, getting her head up, finding that late run, and it actually looks like Blanco got in the way of this one. Again, we'll see this nice little half turn here, gets this shot, and another fantastic save. We've seen Blanco made 2 clinical tackles in and around that box, and oh, this has got to be a red.
And we've seen the physicality between both these sides. Villalobos down once again for Costa Rica. She's hit the deck a couple times here tonight.
And this initially looks like cleats up to me. I need to see the replay on it, though, and here it is. You can see just tapping this one away, and it's not. Okay, it's the correct call from the referee. It looked way worse from up here. I thought it was cleats up, and I thought direct red card. Just a big tackle going in. Again, no cleats, but does take the player out. It's a good call from the referee. It's a good thing I'm not a referee. The amount of red cards I'd be throwing out here.
Caitlin, when you have a physical game like this, how does that change your mindset as a player?
Move the ball. You have to move the ball, because it always sets in your mind, if I get the ball to feet, is a player coming through my backside? Am I going to get a cleats up tackle? Am I scared of getting an injury? So it's quick 1-2 touch football, move the ball side to side, that quick outlet pass, and then it's also what you're doing off the ball, scanning the field to know where defenders are around you so you can be in the biggest pocket of space, so it gives you more time and space to maneuver the ball and not get tackled.
Rocky Rodriguez now setting up for Costa Rica. Rodriguez to the spot. Cruz goes up for it. And now Jade Bailey will hold it up and give it over to Rebecca Spencer. Spencer brings it back. Crowd appreciating that. Chantel Swaby now in control. Spence. Beautiful ball over the top here for Bailey Gale. Bailey Gale going at the back line. With a little space, crossing, a chance for Jennifer. Oh my word! What a save by Solar. She does it once again, denying Shayna Matthews.
There's got to be some curse for Jamaica in and around this net. How about this for a shot and a save? I mean, it's fantastic down this right-hand side. A 2v1 beats both her defenders. Fantastic ball across the box and just not being able. The fact that the goalkeeper was able to move her feet that quick to then deny a goal-scoring opportunity inside the 6-yard box is incredible.
This one sent to the back post. Matthews heads it up. Opportunity here for Danielle Cruz. Has a player on the near wing. That's where she'll go. It's Rocky Rodriguez. Now coming on to the overlap is Guillen. Playing it to Rodriguez. Unable to cut off Rodriguez on the play was Drew Spence. Well, you want to talk about the play of Solar right now. The Costa Rican keeper has really kept her team in this game here so far in this opening 40 minutes of play.
Been incredible from start to finish. She's absolutely saved this team. This game could be 3-0 at the moment. And also Blanco's made some massive tackles inside this 18-yard box. I don't even want to say Lady Luck is on their side, because it's the work rate of this Costa Rican side going up against a very dominated, good Jamaican side. You can see just the structure, sitting in those two banks of forward, no one getting sucked out, and then that quick transition, trying to find the late front runner, and the joining midfields late. But you can see, as this game wears on around the 60th minute mark, Costa Rica cannot continue to keep this up, because the legs start to get heavy, the mind starts to switch off, and if you're trying to beat Jamaica in a counter-attacking style game, it doesn't work.
This game between Jamaica and Costa Rica not disappointing, as Bailey will play it out wide to Satara Murray. Murray looking to send one in. Now we'll play it to the top of the area. Gets it on the return pass. Murray trying to cut by Guillen, unable to do so, but wins her team a corner. My apologies, this will be a throw for Jamaica. Shaw on the inline. And now a corner for Jamaica. The Reggae girls denied 4 times by the keeper, Daniela Solar. Reggae girls looking for that first goal of the game. You go back, the last time they scored was in the friendly against Nigeria. Bailey Gale will set up. Outward swinging ball. Now a corner from the other side for Jamaica. Bailey. Bailey Gale on the ground, repelled away by Costa Rica. Good job once again there by Blanco, sending that one away for Las Ticas. Swaby. Murray. Murray with it once again to Swaby, and one back by Guillen, played out on the near touchline. Bailey into the area, headed away by Costa Rica. Villalobos on the far side of the pitch, turns away, will play it back to Cruz. Daniela Cruz now sending it forward to midfield, and Shirley Cruz. Cruz, the captain for Costa Rica. On the other side, you have Kadisha Shaw, the captain for Jamaica. Jamaica's captain with a yellow card in this one.
And it's disappointing that Costa Rica picked up that red card so early on in the match, because it's been such a good game from start to finish. And it would have been really interesting to see if, obviously, if Costa Rica had that extra player and they weren't playing down a man, that would this be a little bit more evenly matched in that midfield? Because defensively they're doing a fantastic job, but you feel like it's only a matter of time before Jamaica can break this deadlock.
Guillen into the circle, but gives it right over to Jamaica. Sampson will play it across. Swaby.
Go on this side. We got it this side. Hey!
Here's Bailey coming to Murray. Looking to go to Matthews, does. Matthews trying to bring it to her left, now back to the right, nice move. And another corner coming for Jamaica.
And you can see and you can feel Jamaica starting to turn it up that extra level. Obviously now Costa Rica just sitting in defensively in their own half. Jamaica having a little bit more time and space to make decisions on the pitch, and then that confidence in and around that 18-yard box to have those little half turns, cut defenders, take 2v1s on. This is fantastic here, this little chop, and then re-chops it again and leaves the defender undressed. But it's good from the defender as well, just being able to stay two.
We will have 2 minutes of stoppage time added on here to the first half. Into the spot, headed on, and another diving save for Solar.
Are we able to get player of the match in the first 45 minutes?
Bailey Gale crossing. Rodriguez sends it away. A chance here for Costa Rica to breathe for a moment. Now Jade Bailey with it to the near side. Bailey Gale. Bailey Gale with that right foot, and that one over the netting and out of play.
Look at this opportunity again, up and over. It's a great header, even better save though. I mean, just pushing this one out of danger. You can see the strength, and what I love is she doesn't put it back into the mix. She doesn't punch this one out to in danger. She actually pushes this one clear left of all the traffic in front.
Shayna Matthews denied twice now by Solar right there on that header, and a great opportunity earlier when she got an opportunity with her foot, but Solar has been absolutely magnificent here in this first 45 minutes of play for Costa Rica, really keeping Las Ticas in this game. Time running down here in stoppage, so maybe one last opportunity here for Costa Rica with a player down to get a late goal in stoppage. There you see the foul. Venegas, the player going down for Costa Rica. Kaylin, there's the whistle to end the first half scoreless. Your thoughts on the first 45?
I mean, look, it'd be fantastic for them tonight, but if they really want to go for this game, throw numbers forward. And for Jamaica, it's coming. You can feel the goal coming from Jamaica. Numerous opportunities, but just an outstanding goalkeeping performance from Solera.
Okay, right now, this final friendly, at least right now, what's booked here for 2021. For both these two teams, they will begin World Cup qualifying in February for Jamaica. That will begin against Bermuda. And meanwhile, for Costa Rica in February, they'll take on St. Kitts and Nevis. That one also in February. So again, closing out the year strong here at Dry Pink Stadium. But great job of putting this thing together here by Sedalia Marley, and you have the Football is Freedom Festival beforehand. Had some live music there at half. Fans were enjoying it, and hopefully we'll get an enjoyable second half here for you at Dry Pink Stadium. The question is, can Costa Rica surprise Jamaica a player down? They have met numerous times in the past as this is played for. An opportunity here for Primus. Primus looking to get by and denied once again by Solera. Solera just continues to be brilliant. And now Solera down on the ground, holding her arm.
I mean, I know Solera, she's unlisted at the moment from a club, but whoever is watching this broadcast at the moment, whoever has eyes on this game, Solera needs to be picked up from a top club, whether it's in the NWSL, whether it's overseas. She has been outstanding. And I don't even want to say standing on her head, because the intricacy of how she is saving shots from close range, the intricacy of how she's stepping, knowing the timing of when to leave that line, being big and brave. I mean, I'm completely lost for words, because this game should be about 7-0 at the moment in favor of Jamaica.
Look at Solera. For Costa Rica, the keeper, she does have over now 6 appearances with Costa Rica. It's really been absolutely brilliant here this evening.
And just 24 years old. I mean, literally the sky is her limit. I mean, if she can get into the qualification, obviously loads of eyes are on those qualification tournaments coming around in February. NWSL season kicks off just a little bit after that. I will be shocked if she is not picked up from someone within the NWSL.
As you look at what she's done as well tonight, just also how's that competition going to build this Costa Rican side? You now talk about greater depth at the goalkeeping position for Las Ticas. And the question is here, as she's being looked at the 6-yard box, can she keep going here? Because if she does have to come out, that would actually be a tremendous loss for Costa Rica and what she has brought to this game as we take a look back at that replay.
But look at that timing. I mean, still, like, a 1v1, knowing exactly when to come out. This would be a huge loss for her. You can see it was just on the initial one with her shoulder. Hopefully this is nothing, because if Costa Rica loses a player of Soler in a match like this game is wide open, because like I just alluded to, it should be about 7-0 from Jamaica. She has been timely with her saves. She's been timely coming off her line. That big body presence, even on corner kicks, just putting her body on the line from shot stopping distances. Again, here you can just see this is perfect. She sees that little bit of a heavy touch from the Jamaican player, and she goes for it, because she knows if she stays on her line, she's giving that near post and that far post to be able to slot the ball past.
See, it was when that left elbow went down, but able to get up and at least stretch it out. Probably a little bit of tightness. This one played to midfield. Cruz will pop it forward. Villalobos, good battle there between her as well as Chantel Swaby for Jamaica.
By the way, we haven't even touched on it. We got lucky enough to have a little bit of a concert at halftime here. Really what Stella Marley has put on here in Fort Lauderdale at Drive Pink Stadium is incredible. I mean, the fans in the stands, everyone was up dancing. There's a little stage over in the VIP where we had some incredible artists performing for us. DJ GQ hosting it down for us, so got everyone up and moving on their feet. The rain stayed away, fingers crossed it does.
You look at Stella Marley putting this together. If you want a great podcast to listen to about how this came about and really the history of the Reggae Girls and how she got involved, go listen to the Attacking Third. They did a great job, Sandra Herrera as well as Lisa Roman, of interviewing Stella Marley about how all this came together here this weekend.
What a good podcast that is. If you're a supporter of the women's league and games and everywhere around the world, they do such a good job on that podcast, really breaking it down, touching on hard topics as well. Rodriguez
playing it forward. Now a little back heel, but won by Bailey. Cruz into the circle. Let's see if Costa Rica here is a little bit more aggressive in this second half, with this friendly being different than a normal game. They can push forward a little bit more as they don't have to worry about really a loss affecting them in terms of getting knocked out if this were CONCACAF. Cruz turns away. This one played back.
And if Costa Rica can hold this 0-0 performance and get out of this game with a draw, this is a huge confidence booster, because who knows when and if they'll play games before the qualification. Hopefully they do. Obviously the NWSL season's wrapping up. Obviously in Europe, that is still going on. It's the opposite of the NWSL. But again, not a lot of opportunities to really prep for the qualification. So it'd be a huge confidence booster for this Costa Rican side.
This one played out wide to Murray. Murray looking for Shayna Matthews in the channel. Matthews gets around the defender, and an opportunity here for the Reggae Girls. Square ball, and Shaw just overruns that, really fanned on the shot.
And you can see Shaw here wanting the penalty, but I think it is good defending. Again, you can see the replay down this right-hand side. We said it time and time again, that first 45 minutes, all the attacks were coming here. The ball's behind, so I understand why the goalkeeper does not, or sorry, excuse me, the referee does not call this one, because the ball is going to that 6-yard box. And look at another substitute having to happen for this Costa Rican side.
Last thing Costa Rica needs here is another injury. Earlier in the first half, they lost Catherine Alvarado to a red card, and then Priscilla Chinchilla to an injury.
See, see here, obviously, you see the player, the Jamaican player going down. There's no contact before she does hit the deck, and then it's just that last ball. It almost just looks like the back of the leg that just landed on top. So hopefully it's nothing too serious. You can see them there checking that right leg. So again, hopefully nothing too serious for this player.
You look at Shaw now with Manchester City, but in 2020 when she was with Bordeaux, she led the French league in scoring. A player that obviously has scored at the national team level as well as professionally, being denied here tonight by Solera, the keeper for Costa Rica.
How many times have we said Solera's name?
Probably not enough. How much more confidence does that give you as a player when you have a keeper that's making
Huge.
those big saves?
It's the deal breaker. You look anywhere around the world when teams are struggling, they bring in a good goalkeeper goes on a run. It completely changes the dynamic of a team. More confidence playing out of the back, more confidence stepping in numbers because you know that they're there to clean up your mess. This does not look good. You can see the pain that the player is in, bringing the stretcher out here now. Hopefully, again, this is nothing too serious that could be long-term.
Sight you never want to see is that stretcher coming out. Got a couple players warming up on the near touchline for Costa Rica. We'll see ultimately who comes in.
Red. 17 in, 19 out. 17 in, 19 out. Red. Red. 20 in, 15 out. 20 in, 19 out. Yes. Listen. All right. 17, 19 out.
Venga, si ya está lista.
20 in, 15 out. 20
And there we see it's Blanco that's being stretchered off
And this is a huge loss.
for Costa Rica.
You look at Blanco in that first 45 minutes. I mean, we've touched on the goalkeeper 9 times out of 10, but Blanco, huge tackles, and really was the conductor back there. You can hear her vocal communication from up here in the booth. You can see her moving players just with her arm movement of left, right, and really condenses those team parts.
And we will have 2 substitutions here for Costa Rica. Maria Paula Salas will come on and replace Carolina Venegas. And now coming in for Stephanie Blanco will be Fabiola Villalobos. So now 3 subs used for Costa Rica here in this friendly against Jamaica. Jamaica has yet to use a sub. This is going to take a high hop and headed away on the play by Allison Swaby. And now Sampson will play it out wide to Satara Murray. Murray looking for Shayna Matthews. Too heavy of a touch there for the Jamaican side.
And Blanco playing in the Spanish league as well at just 20 years old. Her future is so bright. So hopefully, again, I say this all the time, but with injuries and when you see a player down, especially when they're grabbing like in and around that knee, you just hope for the best. Maybe just a little bit of a knock that you're out like a week or 2. But again, Blanco, a young player with such a bright future ahead.
Allison Swaby out of Roma will play it to the near side, and Chantel Swaby, the 2 sisters. Diagonal ball. Chance here, but Solera well out. Will just simply pay it past the touchline before Shayna Matthews even has a chance to get on that ball.
And this is fabulous from Solera again, just leaving her line. You can see that she started to creep up, and because Costa Rica are trying to play a little bit of a high back line to condense the team parts to stay higher up the pitch for that counter attack that they're trying to produce, you have to have a goalkeeper that is big and brave.
Swaby. This one will go off the foot of Gloriana Villalobos. So we have 2 Swabbies on and 2 Villaloboses for Costa Rica. Now at midfield, Sampson out wide to Murray. Murray, a solid night at that right back position for the Reggae girls.
I think that whole right side has been so good for the Reggae girls. I mean, the overlaps, just the ability to attack down there, the confidence as well. And Bailey Gale, she's been phenomenal. I mean, taking players on.
Offside flag is up. We've talked a lot about Solera, but we haven't talked much about Rebecca Spencer. When you're playing a man down like Costa Rica is, how tough is it for the opposition's goalkeeper to keep that focus when they're not seeing barely any shots here?
It's so difficult because it's the mentality, because you have to be switched on. Probably Costa Rica might get a opportunity in the second 45 minutes, but you have to be big and brave on that save, and that comes down to mentality. So that's why I think goalkeeping is one of the hardest positions to play, because when you're in a match where you're under the cosh, like we're seeing with Costa Rica, you got to come up big. And then on the opposite end, it's like you need to show up for those one or two big match moments. So it all comes down with mentality for goalkeepers. That's why they're a little bit off. You can never trust goalkeepers. They're always just a little bit off in the best way possible, of course. Karina LeBlanc, that now works for CONCACAF. I always give her a hard time as well. So I give every goalkeeper a hard time. It's all love. They probably say it about midfielders, so.
Scoreless here in the 59th minute between Jamaica and Costa Rica. We're looking at, for Costa Rica, 7 years ago, qualifying for their first ever World Cup. Again, going back to that one with a PK shutout versus Trinidad and Tobago. Dina Diaz saving the first 3 PKs. And for Costa Rica, scoring on all 3 of their attempts to move on. They were the first ever Central American nation to qualify for the Women's World Cup. And of course, Jamaica qualifying in 2019. These two actually played one another in 2018 in a qualifier where Jamaica came up on top. Of course, qualifiers for the World Cup were supposed to take place here in CONCACAF in November, but that being pushed now to February. Up first for Jamaica will be Bermuda, and up first for Costa Rica will be St. Kitts and Nevis. Swaby turns away from the defender, works her way down the line. Shaw will drop this back, but Primus able to play it forward. And now here an opportunity, and that one wide. You see Drew Spence looking to challenge Solera from distance.
I love this from Drew Spence. I think this is fabulous because they've tried the build-up play in the flank areas. They tried to be intricate, popping off the front. And she goes, you know what? We've tried and we haven't been able to beat good goalkeeping in Solera. So takes this shot, just misses this one a little bit wide and high. But I love the confidence to continue to build on this from Jamaica.
Look at Drew Spence, a player that plays professionally overseas in the WSL, 12 goals with Chelsea in her career. She'll be with Chelsea until the end of the 2022 season. WSL action going on right now in England. Bailey Gale in the channel. Bailey Gale crossing. And that's going to find its way on top of the netting.
And I think one of the biggest positives, I mean, you just alluded to it, I think you've named off 4 or 5 players playing at some of the top clubs in the world. You never saw this from Jamaica before. Obviously, you see Stella Marley come in and help this organization and help the Reggae girls because she saw the talent. They've been always so talented. They're such a difficult team to play in. They just needed to have that belief, and now they have it, and they're making a mark all around the world in just how good they are.
You mentioned Stella Marley putting this team together, really, and then you also add in the coach and Hubert Busby. This Jamaican side looking to make a run here when you talk about qualifying come next season, or next year, I should say. A chance here for Costa Rica. Player down. Played to the near side. Villalobos gets around one defender. Now just on the edge of the area, working her way down the inline, and then ball one back by Swaby.
a great tackle from Suave. I mean, just to keep the feet, and this is, I touched on it in that first 45 minutes, just how difficult it's going to be for them, because when they do get that one break defensively, they just need to be perfect. They can't take a foot wrong. They can't jump into tackles to create set pieces, because Costa Rica are so dangerous on them. Fantastic defensive play from Suave.
Jade Bailey will play it over. Sampson. Now Jamaica looking to possibly move up the left wing. Rodriguez into the circle. Chance here for Salas, and she's knocked over, and clean play. And now Matthews. And there for Costa Rica is Benavidez, and Benavidez will win this call. Jamaican crowd not happy with that. Green and yellow in the stands, as well as red and blue.
Substitution. Leaving the game, number 10, Atlanta Primus. Entering the game, number 18, Trudy Carter.
And now Trudy Carter will come in and replace Atlanta Primus.
And I don't mind the substitute. I thought Primus was good. I just feel like the attack from Jamaica was very much dominant down the right-hand flank, down the left-hand flank, and nothing really through the middle to test this Costa Rican side. Now, in Costa Rica's defense, they've been playing this 4-4-1 block brilliantly. So just a little bit of a switch up in this midfield to maybe put a foot wrong in this Costa Rican side.
First sub now used for Jamaica on the evening. Rodriguez turning away. Daniela Cruz into Rocky Rodriguez. Excuse me, to Shirley Cruz. Now played back. Long ball over the top, headed away by Sampson. Bailey Gale going right at Cruz. Now backs up. Carter out wide. Murray crossing, looking for Shaw. Mishandled, still loose, and now sent away by Cruz.
It's mishandled, but again, Solera coming out to make that big body save. Yes, mishandled because she could have potentially caught it. But again, putting her body on the line, this is a great service into the box, in behind those defenders. Again, just bobbles in front, but the defenders for Costa Rica just cleaning up the mess.
Sampson spins, who tried a shot from distance just a few moments ago for Jamaica. Carter, the lone sub so far for the Reggae girls. And now a yellow card handed out to Paige Bailey Gale. Bailey Gale as well as Khadijah Shaw, both with yellow cards. Of course, the one red card handed out in the 6th minute to Catherine Alvarado for Costa Rica. Bailey Gale inside. Bailey. Played out wide. Murray trying to split the defenders. Doing a good job coming back for Costa Rica was Guillen.
Just look at the determination in Costa Rica. I have been thoroughly impressed in 66 minutes of just the defensive mindset, getting numbers back, filling the most difficult hole, getting numbers in and around. The work rate has been relentless from Costa Rica.
Suave in the near channel. That one blocked away by Cruz. Swaby able to get back. Bailey Gale. Now to Jade Bailey, and she'll play it over to Allison Swaby. Spence. Opportunity here for Carter. Ooh. Carter tripped up just outside the area, no foul.
I'm not sure about this one. We'll have to take a look at the replay. If she does, she gets her toenail on the ball before taking player out.
Villalobos will play it down the field and repelled away by Swaby, but he'll stay in. Villalobos now an opportunity to run for Costa Rica. Has Rocky Rodriguez to her left. Villalobos just on the outside, chipping it for Rocky Rodriguez and cutting off Rodriguez is Murray and will play it away.
I'm just taking a look at the replay on the opposite end here. You can see this tackle. It's a foul. I mean, doesn't get the ball whatsoever. So I think Costa Rica dodged a bullet just outside the box here.
Now Daniela Cruz will have a throw in for Costa Rica. Las Ticas looking for that first goal with the player down. Good job shielding off the defender there once again by Bailey Gale of Jamaica. Just doing the little things tonight. Kaylin, is there a spot or a space that you feel Jamaica can take advantage of Costa Rica, or are they just playing that well defensively that they're giving very little space even though they are a player down?
I love that you ask me very much coach questions because it makes me want to be a coach. But I think for Jamaica, they're doing everything right. But Costa Rica have not put a foot wrong defensively. And when they have, Solera has come and really pulled them out.
This one takes deflection, and it'll be a corner for Jamaica on the far end of the field.
And pulled them out in difficult moments. You can see the service has switched up for Jamaica. In the first 45 minutes, it was continuously coming down the right-hand side. Now they're switching it out to the left. They're trying to play through the midfield with that sub that we saw in the second 45 minutes. So, again, you feel that Jamaica's going to nick one. You feel how the momentum shift, and they've been on top. But it's a frustrating game to be in Jamaica's shoes right now when you could be up 4-5-0.
This ball driven into the 6, headed up, but back. Murray tracks it down for Jamaica. Carter, Spence, out wide, Bailey Gale. Rodriguez on Bailey Gale, works away the inline, poked away by Rodriguez. Rodriguez, another one of those professional players playing in Spain for Costa Rica. They do have a handful of players that do play in Costa Rica, so you're seeing as this is played in, and Solera right there to grab this out of the air. But you look at Jamaica maybe with some of the bigger names as opposed to, say, Shirley Cruz and Rocky Rodriguez for Costa Rica. But still a lot of professional players playing around the world for Las Ticas as well. Chantel Swaby can't get to the ball first, and Cruz will have possession for Costa Rica. Looking to play it up and forward. Saws will drop it back to Villalobos. Now Shirley Cruz to the near side. Villalobos. And Villalobos hit in the face, and we're going to have a yellow card here handed out to Chantel Swaby. Another booking here for Jamaica, 3 on the evening.
You can see here where the yellow card is picked up. Good footwork from the Costa Rican player. Just a little Cruyff turn here. Just the pull of the arm just catches her in the face, and I don't think there was any intent behind it whatsoever. Do I think it was a deserved yellow? Not at all. I do think, yes, a foul, but I don't think there was any intent with it.
Good positioning there once again by Las Ticas Rodriguez. Rodriguez having a solid second half here for Costa Rica. Of course, that'd be Lexi Rodriguez as well as Rocky Rodriguez, the midfielder. A chance here, no. Offside flag is up against Costa Rica. Costa Rica, they've had a couple chances to get by that back line, but 2 big offside flags going up.
And good defensive work from Jamaica. I mean, just the pace they have in this back line, always being in the right spot at the right time. And even when they're not, they have that cover and support. So it's extremely difficult for Costa Rica to break them down.
Rodriguez will play this back. And they will wait for Shayna Matthews to get up here as she is the player down for the Reggae girls. Shayna Matthews currently in the National Women's Soccer League with the Racing Louisville.
And by the way, a mom of 2. I don't know how you do it. I'm a mom of 2 and I can barely run 10 minutes. Just such an inspiration to people around the world. I mean, we talk about the Reggae girls and just how many people they're inspiring, not only in Jamaica, but here in our own backyard. And someone like a Shayna Matthews that is killing it in the NWSL and just taking every opportunity.
And now we will have a substitution for Jamaica. Coming on for the Reggae girls will be Shoshana Campbell, and she'll replace Satara Murray. Excuse me, Satara Murray is going to stay on the field. Chantel Swaby will come off. So Swaby comes off with that yellow card, and now Campbell will make the appearance. Matthews back up and running. Good challenge there, 1 back by Costa Rica. That was Fabiola Villalobos winning the ball back momentarily, and this shot, slow roller, easy stop here for Solera. Maybe an opportunity here for Las Ticas. Villalobos in the channel. Villalobos crossing, dangerous chance, and that one headed up and over. Gabrielle again getting her head to that one.
It's a great opportunity from Costa Rica down this right-hand side. Again, 1v1, the shimmy, the shake, and then a good quality ball into the box. It's a 3v1 in that box. Good defending from Jamaica, just getting on the inside shoulder, not allowing to nod that down and back towards the net.
Limited opportunities that Costa Rica have had. They've been dangerous ones. You have to wonder what this team could be doing with a full side. Again, losing Catherine Alvarado in the 6th minute. A chance here now once again for Jamaica, and another corner coming for the Reggae girls.
Fabulous tackle, though. I mean, this is why it's been it's a frustrating game. Now, selfishly, I would have loved to see this at evens, not with that red card in the 6th, because of this match. It's been incredible, but you can see Costa Rica pin. They've had those opportunities, defensively good, but then Jamaica, the frustration is starting to set in. So need to keep their head here. Don't go into any silly challenges as this game just over 10 minutes to play.
Daniela Cruz down the line. Salas will drop this back for Villalobos. Into Rocky Rodriguez. Beautiful ball out wide. Now Lixie Rodriguez. She'll play it back. Benitez will play it up. And this one will find its way past everyone and cross the end line. Caitlin, we have a little bit more than 10 minutes remaining in this game. What are you looking for both these two teams, as maybe one of them looks for that first goal that could very much be a game winner, as this ball is threaded up, and Solera will send it away.
I think for Jamaica, they're not going to be happy with a 0-0 result because they've been dominant. They've had the better opportunities. I think Costa Rica would be delighted with a draw.
This one played out wide. Murray, but back on the play for Costa Rica is Guillen.
And just going back to my point, Jamaica need to go for it. They need to have better quality service. Stop with the 1v1s. Get the balls wide. Get numbers in the box. Maybe shift tactically right now because obviously they have 4 at the back. They don't need to. They're not in any danger from this Costa Rican side moving forward, just in that quick transition. So leave that to your defensive midfielder. Go to 3. Put more players on the width. More service from wide areas and good deliveries.
Bailey out wide. Into the channel, Murray. Looking for Shayna Matthews. Look at this Jamaican team, which will play, a total of this game, a player up for 84 minutes. Of course, we'll have a little bit of stoppage time added on. But can this be a deflating tie if this happens? And then how much does that change the momentum and the confidence going forward for Costa Rica here?
I think it's something that they can learn and build on. I think one thing, too, that obviously Cedella Marley wants to put a camp together in November. So this is a learning process because when you're up a man, you should be up some goals. They've had numerous opportunities, great goalkeeping, but this is an opportunity to learn from these games and remember what this feels like. If this does stay, yes, we have over 10 minutes to go in this match. Could that change 100%? But this is only a learning moment for this team. And then on the opposite end for Costa Rica, a learning moment as well. That they can grind out games. They can make it difficult for teams being a player down. And such a momentum booster for them.
Now Maria Paula Cotto will come in for Costa Rica. Will replace Gloriana Villalobos. So now Cotto will come on to the field. Now a sub about to check in for Jamaica on our next stoppage. Chance here for Shaw. No, foul called against Jamaica. First minute here at Dry Pink Stadium. Jamaica and Costa Rica looking to close out this friendly. Scoreless here. This one played back to Spencer. She's had a quiet evening. All it takes is one mistake in the back there for Costa Rica to possibly capitalize. Spencer.
But look at Costa Rica starting to press higher up the pitch because they feel that they can nick one here, and that comes from good defensive plays, picking their moments when to step. It's been fabulous from Costa Rica on both ends. Been a really good match.
Campbell. Spence. Into Bailey. Trying to give it right back to Spence, but unable to do so. Here's Trudy Carter. This one chopped down on the play by the player that just subbed in for Costa Rica, and Cotto. Cotto now able to get up off the ground. Bailey Gale just on the far touchline. Jade Bailey now in control for the Reggae Girls. Outside to Campbell. Campbell on that near wing. Inching forward, step over. Shot, that left foot. Shot, and that one rising up and over.
And I love the patience from Jamaica on this opportunity here. Shaw, the shimmy, the shake, the cut back inside that 18-yard box. But it's just that luck in and around, just not being able to put one past the goalkeeper of Solera.
And now we'll have another pair of subs here for Jamaica. Satara Murray will come off for the Reggae girls. And Shayna Matthews also coming off. So Sade will come in for Jamaica. An opportunity for Jamaica to try to find that first goal as this one's played away by the Costa Ricans. Villalobos playing that one out for Las Ticas. Swaby to Jade Bailey. Campbell. Sade clipping this one in. Anita's down for Costa Rica, getting stretched out, so hopefully just a cramp there.
Be ready, please. Be ready, please.
8 minutes.
We had a couple injuries for Costa Rica, as well as a red card. Last thing they need to see here in this friendly is another player go off. For Costa Rica, World Cup qualifying will begin against St. Kitts and Nevis in February. Meanwhile, for Jamaica, they will kick off the qualifying against Bermuda. Swaby. Inching forward. Sampson.
One thing, too, that CONCACAF has done a brilliant job at is they've implemented new structures. So that means more games and more games for teams like this, because you look at Canada, you look at the United States, typically even Mexico you can throw into that mix, get more games. So it's so important because the talent's here. You're seeing it here tonight on both ends. The talent's here, they're starting to play for big clubs, just not enough games for these national team players. So well done to CONCACAF for implementing these new tournaments coming just around the corner.
Chance here for the Reggae girls and Bailey Gale, but she's dispossessed of the ball. Once again, stepping in front is Lixie Rodriguez. Sade. Two defenders on her, will slot this pass through. Carter. Out to Bailey. Crossing at the spot. Now Bunny Shaw will play it out wide. Sampson. Shinalu Asher also in the game now for Costa Rica. Asher playing with the Washington Spirit in the National Women's Soccer League. Spence turns away now. Will push up. Jade Bailey in control. Bailey. This shot driven in. Good look there from the Jamaicans, but unable to get it on target was Shoshana Campbell. Just a few minutes remains in this friendly between Jamaica and Costa Rica at Drive Pink Stadium as we are scoreless here, approaching the end. Does one of these teams have enough in them to find that game-winning goal? You can see Solera still holding that left arm where she went down earlier in this second half. She has been absolutely fantastic between the sticks tonight for Las Ticas.
Yeah, if this score holds, 100% the player of the match for me. She was fantastic. Her and Blanco before, obviously Blanco had to leave the game due to injury, so sending positive thoughts to Blanco's way that it was nothing too serious, but Solera has completely kept Costa Rica into this match.
And Solera is down behind the play. You can see her still holding that shoulder, so still bugging her as she calls the training staff over. Solera, 24 years old, and she's been marvelous tonight for Costa Rica. Can you look at not just here between these two sides in Jamaica as well as Costa Rica, but all those CONCACAF qualifiers moving from November now to February. Those were supposed to take place at the very end of November originally, but they have been moved around. And now we'll have everything resume come February. So a little bit of time off for these players. Well, players that at least play here in the United States as they will regroup and recover. Meanwhile, many of these players that play around the world, and especially in the Women's Super League, they'll be into their season come February when that next qualifier comes. I guess the one thing that you can say about that is you'll have a lot of players in top form, hopefully, for these respective countries. Solera able to get up and walk off and still holding that arm.
8 now. I have 8.
We'll see how much stoppage time here is added on.
And you can hear Hubert Bugsby down on the sideline that I have 8. So he's obviously has someone on the bench that's stopping the clock when the stoppage is in place. So he's saying we have 8 minutes to add on to this match. So this is what you love to see from a manager. You love to see a manager really take charge and get in the referee's ear a little bit. We'll see what they throw up here down on the touchline, how many minutes added.
He wants that 8 minutes. He wants that one goal is what he's really shooting for,
well,
all that extra time.
And he's going to need 8 minutes to break down this Costa Rican side. Does he get it?
Ask and you shall receive for Coach Busby of Jamaica. 8 minutes indeed added on for stoppage time here between Jamaica and Costa Rica. You have to think maybe Jamaica will try to push forward even more so here in these final 8 minutes of stoppage time.
And I know we're giving credit to Hubert Busby on the sideline, but I got to give credit to Amelia Valverde, the coach for this Costa Rican side. She has been up the entire match, shouting out information, tactical switches, giving these players energy. These players are knackered. They've been playing a man down for most of the match other than 6 minutes. They got 8 more minutes to get the job done here tonight. And if they do, hats off to Valverde on this touchline that has kept this team going, got them into the locker room 0-0, and has put fight into this team.
Nice send away by Costa Rica, but you talk about the work rate of these players playing down for so long, and then this 8 minutes of stoppage time added on before they will get that final break. Cruz. Nice little chip over.
And I will say, Valverde only 34 years old. What an incredible coach at such a young career already.
We're seeing a lot of, whether they be former players or just younger people in general, become coaches at such a young age. That's right there, Salas tripped up on the play. Now Salas able to get up. Villalobos will send it forward. Trying to time out this run is Costa Rica, and just a touch miss right there on that attempt by Rodriguez.
And Rodriguez just needed to bring this one down on that first touch. She tried to. It's very difficult. It's a fabulous ball over this back four. Just tries to caress this. Just takes a little bit too heavy of a touch. But you love to see Costa Rica going for this.
Bailey. Swaby at the center circle. Bailey Gale will play it down the line. Campbell on the near side. Trying to elude the pressure there. Bailey going out wide. Chance here now just outside the area for the Reggae girls. And Solera right there on the near post, batted it up, but able to grab it.
Her shoulder seems to be just fine. Obviously, it's just a little bit of a knock because just to have the braveness to come out here. It's a good service. Again, 2v1 down this right-hand flank. Pushes this one up, almost has a little bit of a spill, but has the feet and the strength just to get underneath that.
Shaw was waiting there for that rebound if that gets any further away from the body of Solera. And now playing quickly is Jamaica. Chance here. The shot, back post, and goes wide. Great look there from Shaw, but nothing going for Jamaica here in stoppage.
And this is just the story. I mean, it's an absolutely clever little around-the-foot touch, breaking that center-back-fullback channel, and Shaw just not being able to connect on it. I love this little no-look pass, knows exactly where Shaw's going to be, and you can see Shaw hits this one with the outside of her foot. Instead of trying to generate the power with her laces, she tries to caress this one and just misses that far post.
Missed opportunity there in stoppage time for Jamaica. Little luck going Costa Rica's way once again. Sampson. Sade to the near side. A little too heavy of a touch there. Campbell was in pursuit for the Reggae girls. See if Costa Rica might try to push some numbers forward here late. Guillen playing it in. Koto putting the pressure on. This ball driven deep, a chance for Asher. Asher looking for that game-winning goal. Heavy touch, though. Oh.
Really looking forward to it as well.
Not just one country with pressure, but two. Amazing. With the Kiwis of New Zealand and then the Australians as well. Bailey Gale.
We've obviously hit that 8-minute mark, but a little bit of extra time added.
Asher now attacking the area, crossing, and that one deflected in, but Solera once again covers it up, and there is the final whistle, and how fitting does it end on a Solera save?
Have yourself a day, Solera. Take all the time you need. You can even sleep here. I'll ask the stadium to turn the lights off around 11 so you get a good night's sleep. Lights out for Costa Rica, and it comes down to fantastic goalkeeping from Solera, the difference maker to keep this 0-0. I mean, they went 80 minutes plus to keep a clean sheet. The defensive effort from Costa Rica was world class. Jamaica could not put the ball across. I'm telling you, NWSL teams, if you're tuning into this, Soler needs to make our way into North America. She was outstanding tonight.
Wherever you are in the world, take a look at Soler and what she did tonight for Costa Rica. Write that name down, bring her into a camp. For Jamaica, a fortunate ending for them. They had opportunities, they created chances, but were not able to get anything by Costa Rica. And you got to look at the momentum. Costa Rica getting in this game.